tomorrow. Might be counting dough. I'll bet with your. Okay, your nose keep running and the money keep counting. Hey, I'ma keep ballin'. Hey, rock a park spallin'. Hey, carefree, I've been living carefree. So much in the air, we can barely even breathe. Hey, I really worry about things I don't know. You say I'm living wrong, you ain't wrong, man, along way. So think about it, it ain't nothing I don't know. All the money that I saw, I don't think I'm ever wrong.
Three chains. Ow. Caught up in my, put your head on backwards, then skate off after engaging laughter about what just happened. Napkins get sent to mammies, is that too graphic? Catch you in traffic, you sitting daffy like stealing candy. My ceiling's absent, my wheels are massive, my friends assassins. All of us, our mothers queens and our women dancers. My rivers rapping, my fingers splashing, my gills are flapping. I bit some matches, then sip something and kiss the dragon.
I'm really rapping, no fingers snapping, them packing. Y'all slipping, my swag is dripping, so here's a napkin. What's really happening? Verbal attacking, I'm showing passion. Know what I mean? See, I'm the king like I'm from Akron. I'm going overboard. Somebody call the captain. And when it come to getting checks, I always want the fat ones. I'm so I can sing to a chandelier. My flow a glass of spade and yours a can of candle.
Too many buttons. Not enough. These fucking the SWAT is coming. Shoulder, no shoulder, shrugging at your nugget. Sticky like acupuncture and Magnus honey. Knock on the side door 3 times and have your money. Or get to stepping like Kappa stomping. I slap. I'm having lunch with Italian Sonny. Don't ask the subject. Lord, why you took rabbit from me? He say don't ask me nothing. Too many bodies, too many bundles. Not enough.
The war room awaits. You are in the hot seat, controlling it all. Choose a coach who will execute the game plan.
Bugging, I heard they stun you. It's gonna be trouble. We come through and catch you while you cuddle. Barrels like tunnels. Don't even mumble.
I'm back to ballin'. I'm in the back full of only. Pull on the scene enough. Queen playing Pastor Troy. Ready turkey, spaghetti, and castor oil. That's turn your guillotine to a fashion.
First things first, you'll need to select your head coach, bearing in mind that you'll also be utilizing the playbook that he favors in the NFL.
You just don't get it. On the phone up on Say Tony want a song with me. Hotter than Mississippi, the summer of the 1950s. In a van full of some white. Get pulled over for swerving like hi, officer. When he asked me why I was swerving, I'm swerving, officer.
I can make it bounce by myself.
As we go along, be sure to keep an eye on your team's overall rating. Ideally, of course, it should be trending upward as the draft process goes along.
I can make it bounce by myself. I can make it bounce by myself. I can make it bounce by myself. I can make it bounce by myself.
Oh, how about this for a tough choice early on? Which direction they go here is going to say a lot about what this team wants to do.
I change your pattern, I ring your Saturn. I you madam, she get and I shake the ladder. I make her and gather and calculate the data. I listen.
Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches? Or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? Oh, this guy's a rare talent. And a huge upgrade over what they had before.
I don't get the car first. I have a temper tantrum. I innovative. I demonstrated this. Played it. I don't care if you owe me you need to pay me. I kiss you later. Then kiss the baby. Get situated. Get keys on table and leave it. I really made it. Get it made.
Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Here's where you may have to go after a lower-rated player just to make sure you get coverage in all areas.
On my thumbnail, I feed it to my girls, they say, yeah.
I'm doing this
Boy, you can't go wrong with anybody out of this group.
like a shovel. I want a Ferrari in yellow, just so I can match all my yellow. I've been a player since elementary. I got more bars than a penitentiary. I got to hang several inches.
I can make it bounce by myself.
Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to them or go after someone who can help you up front?
I can make it bounce by myself.
Instant impact right there. That's a big leap forward from what they had on the roster to begin with.
I can make it bounce by myself.
No surprise to see a few Denver Broncos in this draft. Here's a chance for the second one to come off the board. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. Both offensive and defensive options here. Yeah, maybe not the pick that's going to change this team's fortune, but he is an improvement over what they had. A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here?
You're sitting on a ghost thing out to feel the jungle you sound.
One thing's for sure in this round, you're going to walk away with a great player no matter which way you go. And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster. After the draft's complete, check out the draft summary screen for a full review of what went right and what went wrong. So that's the process of putting your team together. From here, you can either take a moment to modify your lineup or, heck, head right out onto the field to see how you do. Oh, a tough decision on their hands now. And this early on, it's one you can't afford to get wrong.
Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this.
Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice.
Now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that, killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a
The Cards have seen one player get taken already. Could another be about to join him?
young man. Matter of fact, I'ma let push tell that. Take it by the old man.
Always a tough decision, offense or defense. It's all about finding the right balance when you're putting a team together.
Like Jesus, that Colombiana, that's real models. Like, yeah. Look at the flick of that wrist.
These middle rounds are where your decisions can really impact your team, because if you pass on certain positions, there's no guarantee you're going to see them again. What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skill player to add another weapon? Yeah, that's the kind of guy who can elevate that entire unit. He's a very talented addition.
He in jail. Everyone falling like domino. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that pussy. Yeah, I've been with this. Yeah,
Boy, a tough choice here, but one that any organization would love to have. How do you go wrong with these three guys?
yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking.
I'm not sure that this selection is going to provide a huge punch, but he's at least a guy that does have some upside.
Simple
logic. Clockwise, counterclockwise, realist in the top 5. Other 4 ain't rapping. I'm just repping for the side.
Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front, or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position?
Add in so good fellas to my radios. Shades of blue, I bet you.
Now it's getting to the time of the draft where does this pick fill a big need? I'm not so sure that it does, but it is at least a slight improvement over what they had in place. I'll tell you right now, you won't go wrong adding any of these guys to your team.
Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah,
it's the age-old question on draft day. What's the bigger need, offense or defense? And with that, you've just wrapped up putting together your very first draft champion squad. From here, you can modify your lineup if you'd like, or if you're ready to go, feel free to jump right into game number 1.
Yo, Madman.
Champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. Throwing is Smith. It's Floyd on the right. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Play fake for Charles. Now Smith. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Smith. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
And those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Again, it's Charles. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here we go on fourth. Smith. Oh, it's dropped. He couldn't hang on. That would have been a big interception. Instead, they'll have a chance to get 3. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That one was intended for John Brown, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. Antonio Gates, the veteran tight end, was the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
One receiver right, that's Brown. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You have the wide receivers have to get out and vacate. You got the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. And, of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know he's probably going to take a big hit before he lofts the screen off to the back. Why didn't he catch it? That's all he needed to do for them to be successful.
This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal...
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And his throw is incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And in.
Where do you want to go? See you guys.